Growing older doesn't mean that you have to become more decrepit. No, of course, you can find ways to forestall that physical wall for as long as possible, and it's not as hard as it sounds. As you age, you may notice you have less muscle and energy and more fat. Yeah, if you don't take proper care of yourself. Big shock. Carrying those extra pounds may be harming your health, so it's easy to be confused by the advice about diet and exercise. But there's keys to avoiding weight gain as you get older. As you move through your 30s, if you're getting fat in your 30s, it's your own fault. And in your 40s, and even into your 50s. It's always your fault at the end of the day if you end up packing on the additional pounds, because you control every single morsel of food that goes into your mouth, okay? Outside of those rare exceptions where you have the thyroid conditions and all that stuff, okay, those are legitimate problems, okay? And you can get those figured out and you can get those managed by healthcare providers. I'm just saying, most of the people who think that, oh, it's a glandular, can you explain the 24 donuts that you eat at lunch, or 11 Z's, whatever you're trying to rationalize it as, okay? That's just between you and me, right? You can take steps to fight the flab that comes with older age. Your metabolism changes as you get older. Yes, of course, just like every other thing. Things change when you get older. Cool, more at 11. You lose lean muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. Oh, that's the only thing true about that hack film, 40-Year-Old Virgin. Unless you exercise more and adjust your diet. Wow, imagine that. You get more decrepit if you aren't active. Wow, crazy. Middle-aged spread can quickly become middle-aged sprawl. I've never heard of that term before, middle-aged spread, okay? I'm only 32 years old, okay? I've maintained and improved on my health when I was at my worst, a little over half my life now at this point. Through injuries, through illnesses, I've never let it slip, so... Again, that could change now that I'm moving through my 30s and into my 40s and 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100s. Hopefully. God willing, God bless, from my lips to God's ears. At some point, everyone loses muscle mass as they get older and gain abdominal fat. No, I don't think so. Says NIH's Dr. Mark Mattson, an expert on aging and exercise. Of course, the so-called couch potato lifestyle is the main culprit behind middle-age spread. That's good. I hate watching television. I hate being a couch potato. I just actually can't stand it. I need to be doing something. Even if I do take a day off, I need to be talking or recording at least one video a day. Otherwise, just lying around and being useless, that's just too much for me. I can't take it. I need to be always doing something, need to be challenging myself. But I understand, I'm not like most people, okay? Nor am I prescribing that lifestyle to people because you could perceive it as being restrictive. But then again, you somehow seem to complain and whine and rationalize, oh, I just don't have any time, but then you'll tell me about the 3 to 4 hours a day you spend binge watching The Office for the 8th time. Okay. Here's a reward part to everything you eat. Says Dr. Josephine Egan, a woman, an NIH expert on diabetes and aging. You get the taste of food, you feel good. Normal weight people will satisfy cravings by having a small amount of what they crave. As both the years and pounds add up, however, you may need to eat more of what you crave to get the same pleasant sensation. Oh yes, like a dope fiend, okay? The first high is just not as good as the 7th or 8th. I understand. Both aging and obesity can bring changes to the way your body processes glucose, the sugar your body makes from the food and uses for energy. Those changes can lead to diabetes, which raises your risk for heart disease, blindness, amputations, and other conditions. Of course. Obesity increases the risk and reduces the age of onset. For many diseases of aging, Mattson said, over the long term, even our brains are affected. Yeah, we talked about the impact of sugar on the brain last week or the week before, within the past couple of weeks, within the past month, somewhere in August. Anyways, as you move beyond your 50s, you'll probably need fewer calories. No, but I thought you were getting less healthy and all that stuff. Wow, imagine that. You do proper exercise and that you keep a close, watchful eye on your diet. Wow, imagine that. You won't need to be eating as much. Who could have possibly seen that? But it's also important to maintain proper nutrition. Of course, calories aren't all created equally. just because I don't actually know the caloric weight that is in a Big Mac, but if, let's just say, 2,000 calories in a Big Mac is not quite the same as 2,000 calories with it you can get from broccoli. And also, I don't think anybody wants to sit down with a 20-pound sack of broccoli, okay? I like it as much as the next person, but still, that's not the same. Exercise and moving are important, but it doesn't matter what your age is. Physical activity is good for you. Wow, so's the sun and water and proper hygiene. Imagine that. Says Egan. Be sure to talk with your healthcare provider about the safe ways to adjust your activity patterns as you get older. Yeah, because heaven forbid you end up start exercising, you knock something loose, and then you just go splatto on the ground. Ask for tips from your health and exercise. For your help, and exercise safely. Work together to choose activities that are best for you, such as, okay, what do they have here? Oh, this is official from the government. Small steps to healthy aging. Commit to a healthy diet. Well, you should be doing that beforehand. But I guess technically, theoretically, you are older now than you were when you first clicked on the video. Drink plenty of water. Move more. Take the stairs and add walking breaks to your day. Get plenty of sleep. Limit alcohol use. Just don't do it. Alcohol is useless. And avoid tobacco products. Exactly. Just see the previous argument and just apply as needed. And there are also some other links as well for other articles. I just wanted to say, hey man, just take care of yourself as you get older. We all have aging relatives and you'd like for them to be around as long as possible. Not exactly a long video, but hopefully it was an impactful one for you. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.